Your employer can digitally track nearly everything you do while working on a company computer. Programs that are used for this can even assess how productive you are. Employee monitoring is on the rise worldwide. But do we really want that? Right now, the US government wants to find out if tools for monitoring employee performance pose a serious risk to workers. So, which tools are we talking about, and could you be a victim of productivity paranoia? Since the beginning of the pandemic and the rise of remote work, companies seem to have an increasing interest to keep a digital eye on their employees. Close to 80% of bosses in the US use monitoring software. That's according to a 2021 study of 2,000 employers and 2,000 employees working remotely or on a hybrid schedule. And 73% of managers store recordings of staff calls, emails or messages to evaluate their employees' performance. According to a Microsoft poll, 85% of leaders say that since their teams have been working from home, it's harder for them to trust that everyone works productively. This has been labeled productivity paranoia. But how can software really help with this? And what is it capable of? Well, to be honest, it can nearly track everything. Most programs record keystrokes or mouse movements and track computer activity by taking periodic screenshots. Other software records calls or meetings or even accesses employees' webcams. The programs can also enable full remote access to a worker's systems in real time. Some developers also offer tools analyzing language. Using search terms such as interview and names of online job markets will lead to employer alerts. There's also recognition software that can track employees' attitudes by analyzing facial expressions or voice. For now, this is being used in sales, but the possibilities are endless. In most jurisdictions, it's legal to monitor work devices, as long as the employees give their consent. But beware, most employees are unaware that they have consented to surveillance in their work contracts. To find out if you're affected, check the fine print in your contract or ask your union representative for help. Employee surveillance has already been the subject of several court cases. In late 2022, a court in the Netherlands ruled employers may not require their employees to turn on their webcams all day when working remotely. The court considered this a significant interference with the private life of the employee and a violation of basic human rights. But should individual courts decide what's allowed and what's not? Right now, the US government is planning to take action. They want to find ways to regulate the use of monitoring technology. The White House Office of Science and Technology Policy has called for employees to share their experiences with monitoring software. While they see positive sides to this kind of software, they also see workers' rights endangered. If you ask me, regulation in that field is more than overdue. And apart from that, I'm not sure if productivity can really be measured with parameters like effective time in front of the screen and browsing history. On social media, users show many creative ways to trick monitoring software. For example, they attach a battery-operated tool to the computer's mouse to keep it moving. This way, the time tracking system will record activity. Do you think it's fair to have your boss check if you're really working? Or do we need more regulations? Let us know.